ability to fight off infections, diseases, as well as make you stronger in your mind and give you overall clarity in life altogether through meditation. When we think of meditation, the first thing I thought I would think of is to just to sit somewhere and just think. I tried that, but I always fell asleep, so it didn't work. So picking this topic, I had to go into it and learn it on my own. And one of the things that intrigued me the most with this topic is that when you're sick, or for people who are sick, meditating they did a study at the University of Michigan and a health system pilot feasibility study. And they had people that meditated on a regular basis and people who didn't. And the people who meditated on a regular basis, their immune system was stronger to infection diseases, to overcome anxiety, ADHD. But the thing that got me the most, that when the people that meditated quite often got sick, it didn't last that long. As to the people who didn't meditate at all, when they got sick, it took them a little longer, or a longer period of time, to overcome the sickness as to people who meditated more. And a lot of times when I would think about meditation, you think about monks or Asians, because you know in the Asian country you have more monks, and they meditate overall more so than most people a lot of times. But your immune system became stronger. And when I went into meditation and was thinking about it, this is the stance that you always see or think about when people are meditating. So in my study, I learned that when you meditate, you don't necessarily have to be in a certain stance or with your eyes closed. You can be drinking, you can sit and drink a cup of coffee, I can't talk, or you can just sit in your bed, you can sit in your car, because meditation overall is just coming into mindfulness. Because you know, when you sitting down and you have so much to do, it's I gotta clean, I gotta work, I gotta do laundry, I gotta do this paper, I gotta do this. Your mind can go anywhere, and it's in 1,000 places at one time. So meditation basically is just being in the present moment, taking this present moment to calm your mind. It don't matter what you got to do in the minute or what you have to do tomorrow, or you just focus on the present moment. Focusing on the present moment gives your mind clarity and ease, and it puts it at rest, which in a study done at the University of California showed that people whose mind had a chance to rest, they didn't multitask as often, because I was bad with multitasking. I have 2 children, so I'm over here washing dishes, and then I have food cooking too long. But people who meditated on a regular basis, they wasn't as likely to meditate, because your mind is focused. You're focused on this present moment, so you're not trying to think and do 10 things at one time, which multitasking really doesn't work. And another study that they did at the University of California, it gave you balance. It gave you balance in your mind. It gave you balance in your thought life. And as a college student, Lord knows, you have to have some type of balance. And I really didn't. So when I come to college, I just knew I needed to be here. So I came, and I was just very unorganized. I was doing work, I was doing household duties, I was trying to help my children with their homework. But as I began to practice this about a month ago, I can see in my mind how I'm more balanced, how I don't have so much to do. I'm more calm. It's just like overall, I have a more sense of peace, than I had before. And meditation tends to work on the same way as medications. As medication, it binds on certain receptors in your brain to ease your pain, and to also just to eradicate any pain or whatever your medication is for. Meditation and mindfulness practice, on the other hand, bonds to receptors, which gives you oxygen flowing through your blood more and helps your blood flow increase overall. And in conclusion, meditation helps throughout every area of your life. You gain mental clarity to help you cope with trials and frustrations of your life, because fear is one of the things that grip us, and fear is basically aware of the unknown. You don't know what's going to come, so when you learn to meditate, it helps you not to focus on what you don't know or what you can't predict or what you can't see. You're just focused in the moment, in the present, so therefore you do what you can do at that time. You don't get overwhelmed and frustrated due to fear, and regular meditation keeps you centered from being fearful of the unknown, which causes anxiety and depression. And another thing that got me with meditation, in Asia, children learn at the age of 5 to 7 how to meditate. And kids that have ADHD and anxiety issues, they learn how to become centered. They're not as fidgety. They're not as prone to have breakdowns as most kids with ADHD as to meditation. And I thought that was very interesting. So through meditation, takes time, 20 to 30 minutes a day. I propose you students, college students especially, with all the things we have going on, to try meditating 20 to 30 minutes a day is all it takes. You don't have to be in a stance. You don't have to be quiet. You have to be in a quiet place, but you don't have to be particularly in this stance, because I tried it and I woke up and I was on the couch, my mouth was wide open. I was like, this is so not gonna work. I'm too cozy. So I didn't do it. So I just got in a place in my living room and I just sat there. I didn't worry about what I had to do. I didn't worry about what I needed to do, what I wanted to do. I just sat for 20 minutes. It was very hard because I was thinking at first, it takes practice. You gotta practice or it'll be impossible to get it. So I had to stop for a minute and think, okay, I'll just 20 minutes, it won't take long. I can clean up. The trash is gonna be there waiting on me. The laundry is gonna be there waiting on me. So I'll have time to do this. So if you just sit, focus on the present moment, gather your mind together. You have to take about 2 or 3 deep breaths. Just sit, don't think about nothing you have to do, and just give yourself that time. It's very rewarding, very enriching, and you will greatly appreciate that you took the time just to give yourself time from the mundane, the routine life that we all have. And the overall importance of meditation is to gain power in your mind. The Bible says, Proverbs 3:27, as a man thinks, so he will become. And a lot of times you don't have time to think on what it is you want to become. You basically thinking on what you got to do, what you need, what you want to do. And so if you just think on what you want, don't even think about what you want to do. Just give your mind time to balance, to be at ease, to be unrested. And one other thing, this is just a picture I gave of just her meditating. She didn't have to be in it's just real serene. She's just taking in the wind and meditating. And this right here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, but this one, it had a graph on there, so it may not pull up. I tried all I could, so I guess I'll let it go. But anyway, it was just showing the difference of people who meditated, how they had more clarity, how their immune systems were greater, it had fought off diseases easier as to people that didn't. So I propose to students, just give yourself some time.